So, what if the future of AI isn't really about bigger and bigger data, but a totally new way of learning? That's the big idea we're going to unpack today. And what we're looking at isn't some dry, polished research paper. No, it's something way more exciting, I think. It's a raw blueprint. Just a collection of ideas, really, mapping out a possible future for intelligence itself. We're about to go on a journey that, believe it or not, starts with your everyday routine and ends by questioning, well, the very nature of consciousness. So, yeah, pretty big stuff. And this line right here, this is the ultimate destination on that map. It's the final, kind of mind-bending goal that everything else we're going to talk about is building towards. An AI I can teach from nothing. I mean, from absolute zero. Just let that sink in for a second. Now, hold that thought, because to really get how we could ever get there, we got to start right at the beginning. Right, so before we can even think about building that, skyscraper of intelligence, this blueprint is all about laying the foundation first. And that foundation, it's built with tools that are designed to solve really practical, everyday problems. The kind of stuff we all deal with, day in and day out. Okay, so let's start right there. How could these ideas actually change your world? We're talking everything from just boosting your productivity to literally reshaping your physical space. Okay, check this out. What's so cool about these ideas is how they tackle what I like to call cognitive clutter. You know that feeling. Imagine just rambling your thoughts out loud, and boom, an AI dictation tool cleans it all up into organized notes. Or how about just typing, schedule a meeting with Alex next Tuesday at 2, and an AI assistant just does it. No fuss. And then there's this concept of a second brain, which is wild. It doesn't just store what you know, it actually maps it, helping you see connections you would have totally missed. So this isn't just about making things easier, right? It's about offloading all that mental grunt work so we can actually focus on the stuff that really matters. And here's where it takes the next logical step. The blueprint doesn't just stop with software on your computer. It takes an idea, like a simple workout app, and gives it a physical body. So instead of just getting a little notification on your phone, you'd have this physical workout buddy cube right there in your room. It's using its cameras to correct your form, count your reps. This is a huge theme in the blueprint, moving AI off the screen and into our actual physical world. All right, so we've got these cool personal tools, but how do you turn them into actual viable businesses? I mean, if this tech is really useful, how do you get it into people's hands and, build something that lasts? And that's the classic problem with any new tech, right? Businesses, they're already swamped. They're usually pretty hesitant to spend time and money on something that feels unproven. So the big question is, how do you break through that wall? Well, the blueprint has this really clever, almost Trojan horse style idea. You don't try to sell them on it with a big pitch. You just install it for free. You let them use it for a whole month, no strings attached, so they can see the value for themselves. The genius part is, by the time that first tiny $30 bill shows up, the service is already part of their workflow. It's become indispensable. And hey, if it hasn't, no big deal. You just take the server back and set it up for the next client. It's a super low-risk, high-turnover way to build a customer base from the ground up. But the business thinking here gets even bigger than that. We're not just talking about one service anymore. We're talking about creating an entire ecosystem. Picture a camera app that can put digital stuff into your real world, like a virtual notice board on your actual wall. But the real magic, the big idea, is the platform behind it, an app store where anybody can build and share their own AR apps. This isn't just another app store, though. It's about building a decentralized platform where new kinds of intelligence can be created and shared by anyone from anywhere. Okay, so we've gone from personal gadgets to business models. Now the blueprint takes a huge turn into some really meta territory, so buckle up. We're about to shift from talking about AI as a tool that we build to an AI that can become a creator and build itself. And this is the question that really just unlocks a whole new level. What happens when innovation isn't limited by human speed anymore, or by human creativity? What if you had AI agents that could code and fix and evolve other AI agents in a cycle that just gets faster and faster and faster? And believe it or not, the blueprint actually lays out some seeds for this exact idea. It pictures an AI agent that can literally code other agents. It talks about a system where apps can kind of self-assemble. Think about it like this. You have a whole population of generalist AIs, and they can choose to sacrifice one skill to get way, way better at another one, to become a super specialist. And the ones that people actually use, they thrive, they multiply. It's like digital natural selection, The whole system is constantly evolving to become more and more useful for whatever we need it to do. And that brings us to the most profound, the most out there concept in this entire blueprint. I mean, think about the journey we've been on. We started with calendar apps, and now we're talking about self-evolving code. It all leads to this one final question. What does it actually mean to create a truly new intelligence? And this is it, the baby brain. See, most AI today, they're trained on these vast oceans of human data, right? The entire internet, all the books, all the images, they're basically a reflection of us. The baby brain idea is completely different. It suggests starting with a total blank slate, zero pre-existing knowledge. It doesn't learn from our history, it learns from its own present, building on its own totally unique experiences one moment at a time. And that leaves us with the final and maybe the most important question in this whole blueprint. If you build a mind like that, one that isn't a mirror of us, but a product of its own singular journey, what kind of intelligence do you get? Who or what does it become?